guys, welcome back to the channel for a brand new video. So today you guys, I'm here to reveal my remastered lip kits for The Sims 4. I am so freaking excited because this has been a long time coming. In case you guys did not know, yes, I create custom content for The Sims. Obviously, I am not a professional. I primarily create cosmetics. However, I do have a nice blend, a nice assortment of different items on my website, which I will provide the link in the description. So one of my more popular items, actually, believe it or not, are my eyeshadows, which is insane to me. A lot of people have downloaded them far more than any of my lip kits, which is crazy. Like, I have over 100,000 downloads on my eyeshadows, which, you know, obviously I'm going to create more of those next. But a close second is my lip kits, which are honestly my favorite thing to create. Even though they are my creation, wholeheartedly, these are the lipsticks that are my absolute freaking go-to. And for the longest time, I was satisfied with the way that they looked, but there was only two problems. Over time, I noticed the errors in the texture, and I'll go and point all of these things out to you guys as we kind of like compare the old ones to the new ones. And then also they weren't base game compatible, which was so frustrating for me because that is like the one thing that I wanted them to be, and for whatever reason, I couldn't make them that way. I'm sure you could have converted them or done something, but I couldn't figure it out. I had to use the Get Together texture, the matte texture, and now since MAC has released for the base game matte textured lipsticks, I was able to do the conversion. So it is literally the best time, the best time. So we're gonna dive in. As you can see, my model, Miss Sylvia Sanchez, which is the head of my Sims cosmetic line. I know some people hate when I talk like that, but like, I'm having fun. It's a damn game. Like, let's relax. Like, obviously, I don't think I'm the next Kylie Jenner for The Sims, but I'm still gonna have fun. You feel me? So anyways, this is Sylvia. You've probably seen her. Her face is like literally everywhere. The first thing that I did is I rebranded all of my cosmetic or my CC imagery. So we have a brand new catalog item or icon. I absolutely love the way that this looks. But here we have my previous two of my previous lip kits. I think I have like 4 or 5 in total. I can't really remember. Well, 5 with this one, bare minimum. So here we have full spectrum. And then we have my nudes and neutrals. Believe it or not, my nudes and neutrals is my most popular lip kit. Like, it's been downloaded the absolute most, even though the full spectrum literally has 35 shades. This one has 12. And then the remastered version has 11. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the swatches. The first one is a beautiful mauve. I love this color so freaking much. I also really love how subtle the dimension is on this lip kit, or this lipstick, I guess you could say. It is supposed to be a matte texture. I will be adding in satins, glosses, and then traditional lipsticks, just depending on how close or how different, they are from the previous textures I mentioned. So there's going to be a wide range coming soon, in addition to other things I will be adding cosmetically. So anyways, I really just love how like it looks like a matte lipstick. Like, if you would have slapped this on your actual face, this is what it would look like. And so it's very flat, right? It's not two-dimensional. And I feel like with my previous lip kits, like, do you see that subtle sheen just like right in the middle of the pout? You know what I mean? I feel like with my previous lip kits, they weren't very consistent. Like, some would be like super duper like plushy, and then the other ones would like have way too much highlight, and that kind of irked me a little bit. So oh yeah, I have pink, I've got a pretty mauve, we've got this beautiful plummy purple, a nice burgundy plum, this is like a crimson, kind of like a cherry brick red, cobalt, we have forest green, we have this terracotta color, which I love this color so freaking much, and then a nice brown, and last but not least, a black. So even though this isn't a huge palette, we do have a nice range of colors. So let me just go and pick a red, because reds are like my favorite to create. You can create so many, and they always look good. So if I was to compare that red to a red from the full spectrum palette, which I don't think that would be a fair comparison, let's just try this one. You can kind of see the difference here. It's very, very subtle. So in the comments down below, I want to know, do you like the old texture? Do you like the new texture? And again, like, I'm gonna have all of these on my website at xurbansimsx.com. I am not removing any of my previous lip kits. Just keep in mind, they are old textures. They are not base game compatible, but these ones are. So see how like the highlight and stuff is like kind of pouty in the middle, and this one is just, it's still there, but it's a lot more seamless. And we also have a bunch more dimension when it comes to the folds of the lips. I like that a lot. Also, side note, another thing, I had like dead dead pixels in my other lip kits, which were very, very frustrating. You can kind of see them like in other swatches a little more vividly than some. That was another thing that I wanted to correct and fix, and just like how, like, I don't know, it's just not smooth, I guess is my point. It's a minor detail. It's not the biggest of issues, but I felt like because I genuinely do love them so freaking much, they deserved a revamp. Like, look at this, look at, do you see the difference, the color difference? Like, that would never happen today. So even though there's subtle differences and this may look like a simple recolor of stuff we already have in game, you wouldn't believe how long this actually takes people to make. Now, for the longest time, I thought, okay, cool, like, you know, recoloring it's not time consuming. You could probably do it in 10 minutes. This crap took me 12 freaking hours. 12 hours. But I love it so much that it really doesn't even feel like, you know, that long, even though my hand was cramping. So to compare them to the MAC texture, I mean, do we need to? Do we even freaking need to? We don't. It's not the same. Obviously, my lip kits are way more overlined. They do have the aesthetic, of course, but I think they just look worlds better. Another thing I would like to mention is that my lip kits are very, very inclusive. So it doesn't really matter what complexion or what skin tone your sim has. These through and through are going to work on any skin tone. That is one thing that I aimed for when building my collection of makeup, is that I want it to be as inclusive as possible. Now, somebody who does have at least a little bit of experience when it comes to creating CC, I now know how hard that can be, but by hard, I will simply say not impossible. You just got to figure it out, and it does take time. I'm not going to lie to you, but I just always want to, moving forward, create content that any sim of any skin tone can wear and not feel like it's not going to work for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, light to even more deeper skin tones, either way, through and through, they are going to work just perfectly for you. So, by the off chance, in case you are wondering when I am going to release these bad boys, they will be made available to the public on July 10th. However, and this is a big however, because I don't expect you to do this, if you decided to pledge to my Patreon by becoming a Supreme supporter, you can get them today. So, I wanted to take a moment to kind of explain why I decided to create a Patreon. For the longest time, I couldn't find a reason to do it. I didn't see the necessity in it, but I actually really like it so far. As somebody who has pledged to over 50 different patrons, I can see the impact it makes on a creator, even if it is as simple as $1, right? It's still my hard-earned money, but it's money well spent because I'm supporting somebody I love. I'm supporting their creations, the time, the effort that they put into it, the blood, sweat, and let me tell you, the tears, the freaking tears. So speaking of which, I have 3 available for you. So the first one is the Supreme Supporter, which is $5 a month. Basically, it says, if you'd like to show your support for my channel creations and receive instant access to content, then select this tier. This can be a one-time donation if you like. Simply cancel your membership after you've been charged, and you won't have that reoccurring monthly payment. So your rewards right now, which I'm definitely going to be adding upon this in the future, are instant access. So whenever I'm finished with a project, no matter what it is, you will get immediate access when I am finished. Like, I'm not even kidding. I finished my lip kits like at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock last night, and they were available. Like, your girl isn't playing, especially when it comes to your money. Okay, we are going to be creating content and lots of it. So there's that. I will be adding things for this tier in the future, like the ability to message me privately, and what else? Votes and polls and things like that. Like, trust me, it's going to be added upon. It's just right now I'm still figuring out how to do it on a creator level. The Super Supporter tier is $2 a month, and again, it's literally the exact same shebang. You do get early access, but it's 5 days of early access. So, for instance, say I was going to post my lip kits in 2 weeks, right? You would get it basically 5 days before the release date, and yada yada yada. So there is the supporter tier, which is $1 a month. Basically, you're gonna receive public access like everybody else. I am thinking that I'm going to bump this up to at least 1 day early access, because I feel like that feels fair, I guess. So I'm probably gonna change that. Again, we're working out the kinks, but ultimately, no matter what you decide to go with, you don't have to do it, right? So these are still going to be made available to the public, irregardless if you are a Patreon or you're not on 7/10. So literally, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. You just got to wait it out. And the reason why I decided to do this is because this is very time consuming. It does take time from my channel and creating videos and things like that. But also, it is a way for you as a supporter to support my channel in another way. Obviously, you don't have to. You just downloading my creations and having your Sims wear them is super duper gratifying. But because, again, I am putting in the time and effort, like, I figured, why not? Like, if somebody wanted to support, which I have had people donate and stuff to me in the past, I mean, why not create an avenue? Like, what is the harm in that? But I get it if you're not, like, a fan of Patreon and you don't want to pledge, you don't understand it. I get it. Like, it totally, I'm not here to convince you otherwise. It's your money. You decide what you'd like to do. But if you did decide to choose to support me in the end, just know that it literally means so freaking much. So here is the post, kind of like a little demo post. The actual post where you can download them is available again right now for my my top tier Patreons. So yeah, basically it tells you a little bit about it. It gives you like a timeline of the release dates. I'm definitely going to switch this up a little bit, I think, because yeah, I think at least a day is fair. If you're pledging $1, you should get something out of it. So anyway, long story short, that is what I wanted to share with you guys. In the comments down below, though, I would love it if you guys gave me suggestions for future creations. Like, what would you like me to make? Would you like me to do more eyeliner, eyeshadows? Do you have any ideas? Anything you'd like to share with me? I obviously want you guys to be an active part of my creations because ultimately I'm creating them for you. So let me know. And also, side note, I will be doing more things in the future once I actually get that skill set, such as like meshing and things like that. Like, I want to create hair so freaking bad. Like, you have no idea. Like, that is one of the things I want to do. But right now, makeup is definitely, you know, tickling my pickle. And huge shout out to the 5 Patreons that have decided to pledge to my Patreon. Like, seriously, like, I couldn't even believe I had 5. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Like, I had like 4 before I even posted anything. So it really means a lot. Like, I'm smiling ear to freaking ear. Anyways, you guys, if you would like to check out the brand new remastered lip kit, I will provide my Patreon link in the description down below. But if you wanted to go and try out my previous cosmetics, of course, they will be available on my website at xurbansimsx.com. I will, again, be providing all of the links and credentials in the description. I mean, this is a good way to go ahead and test them out just to see if you even like the damn things to begin with. But, of course, the newer version, in my personal opinion, is a lot freaking better. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do. But don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.